Hello my friends, Lisa Friedeborg here. Today I'm going to share with you my most used tarot spread. It's called the Clarity Tarot Spread, and I also like to refer to this spread as the only tarot spread you'll ever need, because honestly it can answer just about any question you've got. It's so versatile, it goes quite deep, and it's very succinct, so it's a triple win as far as I'm concerned. And I use this with clients all the time. I use it for myself in readings. It works best if you do have a specific question, but you can also allow the first card to tell you what the reading is about. If someone comes to you and they just say, you know, I just want a general reading. So we're going to work with the Millennium Thoth Tarot here for this reading, this sample reading. And the question I'm asking for the sample reading is, what must I do in the next 6 to 8 weeks to achieve more success in my career? And I start by fanning the cards, and then pick 3 cards, and we'll begin looking at those 3 cards. The first card symbolizes the issue, the situation at hand. Here we have the 8 of Wands. The second card signifies the challenge, so this is the crossing card. So as you can see, this is very reminiscent of the Heart of the Celtic Cross. In fact, it is identical. So there you have it. And then the next card is the action advice. So those 3 cards go down first. Then we pull a card from the bottom of the pack, signifying a subconscious driver, which is what's moving you forward and has put you on the trajectory you're currently on. And then the next thing we do is we add the first 3 cards together. So here we have 10 and 8, which is 18, plus 7 is 25, which is 7, the Chariot. So then we look through the deck for the Chariot, and that is going to be our quintessence or spiritual lesson associated with this situation or question. No, that's not it. That's the Prince of Cups, which is a charioteer in this deck. So hopefully it won't be the very last card. It feels like it's always the last card when you do this. There we are. Here we have our charioteer. So just double checking. Yes, it's 25/7. I'm very bad at adding numbers together. Sorry. Right. So we've got the right card. Now, adding these cards together isn't very difficult because you obviously have the number value written on the card. But what do you do if these are court cards? That's not very difficult either. The system I use, and that a lot of people use, is that pages count as 11, knights or princes in the Thoth count as 12, queens count as 13, and kings, or in the Thoth, the knights, count as 14. So that way you can easily get your quintessence. And what you do is you add the numbers up, and then you reduce them to, if the number you get is above 22, you reduce them to 22 or the nearest lower number under 22, because we've only got 22 major arcana cards to play with. And obviously the 22 would be the Fool in that instance. But here we have 25 reduces to 7 is the Chariot. So then you proceed to interpret these cards. So just a quick mini read on this would be, in my career right now, or in the seeker's career right now, things are progressing really rapidly. So it's really important to stay focused. And the 10 of Cups as the challenge means that there's some aspect of this career challenge that's tied in with community life, and how to best be of service, because this is Mars in Pisces. So if the focus has been on making lots and lots of money and the seeker isn't seeing any progress there, it could be because they're not focused on the real challenge, which is how they can best be of service in the community. And it doesn't have to be local community, it can be global community as well, but it's the community that they're emotionally connected with. And then we have the action advice as the Seven of Cups. That is Venus and Scorpio energy. There is a little bit of confusion usually associated with this card. So it's about becoming clear on where to focus your energy. A shadow aspect of this card could also be envy or jealousy, and that you're focusing too much, you're overly concerned with what other people in your line of work are doing. So you really need to find your own cup and focus on that, or stay in your lane, as the saying goes. Right, so then as a subconscious driver, we have the Six of Swords. So that's a really strong indication that you're ready to move on toward a brighter future. So mentally, you are seeking clarity right now, and that's a really good, strong sign that you can succeed. The Chariot is a spiritual lesson, is also a very, very good indicator for forward movement. And that's probably why we have the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of activity here, but there could be a lack of focus. So the spiritual lesson with the Chariot is there's a great need for discipline so that you can have this focus. And then if you want to, you can pull an outcome card. I'm not a great fan of outcome cards because I'd like to think that things aren't set in stone. But if you're just doing a 6 to 8 week reading and you're already on quite a firm trajectory, you can predict. And here we have the Magus. So that's a good sign that you will be more tapped into the resources that you have and begin to use them with a greater level of willpower. And if you combine that then with the discipline of the Chariot, there will be great things happening toward the end of this 6 to 8 week period, I think. Right, so that's just a little sample reading with the clarity spread. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video. Sending you lots of love and many blessings. Mwah.